Hello everybody, this is FC7, and today I thought I would show you how I solo a task in the Empires of Cunark expansion called On Behest of the Emperor. Um, the quest starts in Scorched Woods. It's a heroic adventure from this NPC, Arbitrar Kelyar. The keyword to get the task is halftime. So just say that to him. You'll zone in and make sure that you have the version of the task where you destroy the supplies as a first step. If it's the one about destroying eggs, just drop it and get a new one until you get this one with the destroy the supplies. The one about destroying eggs is takes too much time, and this other one is a lot easier. So you zone in and you make sure that you have the task about destroying the supplies, and I'll show you on the map where exactly you have to go. You start out in the middle of the zone and you have to make your way to different areas. And I'll just get rid of my mercenary because it's not really true soloing if you have a mercenary. So and a lot of the mobs here, they won't see invis. The ones who will see invis are skeletons and the little green dinosaur looking things, the rat dogs, I think they are. So, and the golems will see invis too, those silver looking things. So you just run to the area by the bridge. That's where a lot of the crates are that you'll need to destroy, the supplies. And what I usually do is go in this area here and just target the supplies. And at this point, just use your dots and just dot the crates up. Or you can send your pet in as well. It doesn't take too long, just probably have maybe half of the hit points of a regular mob in the zone. And they don't hit back, so I mean, just sit there and dot them. You can be right next to them. And I think there's usually 4 up on the bridge here. So then if we look at the map, here's where the crates are located. And with this particular room, there's one of those green flesh rippers there. I usually just use persistent paralysis and just root them off in the distance. And then just focus your attention on the crate that's available. Just ignoring completely, you're not to go. So we'll run up a bit, Dust Effigy, clear aggro, and you're clear to look for the other crates, which are easy to find. And if you're a Necromancer, this is actually the room in the regular Charnock that group DMF actually dropped, so you might be familiar with this particular room. So there's 4 crates in here, and just do the same thing, just load them up with dots. And the mobs down in the pit will actually aggro if they get too close to a chest that's being dotted. But that's easy to deal with. Like right now, this one's getting too close, so just root him off from distance. And there's another guy, he's going to aggro, so he's going to run up to you and just feign death. And as you can see, the crate's going to get destroyed anyways, so... Mobs aren't too hard to deal with. Just have feign death and Dust Effigy up and should be no problem. This is actually a lot like the other quest in TBM, the one where you have to destroy crates. I actually have a video on that where you can just sit back and dot them from a distance. This is just like that. It makes this quest super easy for Necro to solo. So, get up. Watch out for this guy, he'll like OSP at the doorway. But the aggro range isn't too bad. So just keep dotting these things and be aware of your surroundings. Nothing too hard. Alright, now that those are finished, we'll move on to the last one. And the last one is actually located over here. But as you can see, I fell off the bridge, so yeah. We'll have to wait a couple seconds to get that other one. And any Necro watching will remember that area. That's where you get the herb for your Epic 1.0. It's pretty cool. And okay, since we fell into the other area, what we'll have to do is cast Levant, and that'll take you back to the Roman, because I don't want to waste a lot of people's time just getting back up to where we're supposed to be. So if you fall, just cast Levant, it'll take you right back to the Zonin area. Which is super handy. Zone in, they'll give you the explosives that you're supposed to use in one of the other steps. They'll actually put it on your cursor, so they'll do that every time you zone in. So let's get back. And you'll want the area where there's a waterfall. Because the last crate is right to the right there. Oh yeah, watch out for these guys. I got caught up on this bridge part. So wait for him to path back. Okay, aggro's gone. You can get up, and the other crate is hidden in the corner right here. Kind of hard to find. And luckily this Sardak indicator won't aggro when you start dotting up the crate. So you don't have to worry about him. Alright, so we got that one dotted, and we'll move on to the other steps. Say my pet finished off. Alright, that first task stage is complete. We'll move on. In this area, there's a mix of sea and viz, so just be careful. There, one almost got me. But they're easy to avoid. Just look at your extended target window. And I was just float across here, have DMF up. The spell Deadman floating. And come in here, and there'll be two sea and viz golems right in the way. But if you use Whisper Wind, you can get right by them. So just whisper in, and just cast some viz, sneak past these guys. Be sure to go quick because they also have like one sea and viz. And there's one here that's in the way. And I know if I try to cross it, he'll attack and aggro the other Sarnak right there. So the trick with any of this is just to wait a bit, the path back, clean up, and he'll pass you by. So just get back up, and there's a mob we need. This is in the prince's room. This is actually the only mob we need to defeat in the whole instance here, so just treat him like any other mob. We can root route him. And here's on the map, I will show you exactly where he is. So he's in this area farthest to the east. This room. And when I started this task, the first time I thought he was going to be some kind of super name that was super hard to do. But nah, he's just like a regular mob in the zone. I was hoping I wouldn't have to pet tank anything because these mobs can just chew right through my pet. The ones in this new expansion, yeah, I can't pet tank any of them. The developers seem to have made the mobs hit like a Mack truck. So if you don't have Cloak of Shadows up and you lose invis, you'll get like one rounded trying to get through these halls. So there you go, you have two of the 2 steps, or 2 of the 4 steps complete. So on to the next step, which is finding the books. And you'll have to go to the library area through this hallway. Okay, now on this particular area, in this particular area, just look on the sides for books that are just laying on the ground, or they're sneaky and they put them on top of the bookshelves. So just click on each one you find, and they're hidden pretty well, so I mean, you really have to look. This is actually the step that takes me the longest because the books are so well hidden. So you'll need 8 of them. And you might have to go around a few times and look on the floor, look on the tables, look on the top of the bookshelves. Go to the bottom level and do the same thing. And all the books will look the same. They'll be black, so they won't exactly blend into the other books that are on the bookshelves. So they're kind of easy to spot, but they're kind of hard to spot at the same time. And this last one is proven hard to be hard to find. Like I said, this step is the most time consuming, it seems, just because you have to search and search. But luckily, when you pick up a book, you know, it's not an actual item. It kind of disappears and just says that you picked it up, so you don't have to waste any inventory space. And I don't know, in the future I'll probably test a few more of these tasks out in the new expansion. See if I can solo them, and if I can, I will post them up on YouTube. My videos are mostly for people who love the game but just can't really, or don't really like grouping. Pretty much prefer soloing. Or if you can't find a group, because these days the game is pretty much boxers and clicks, so if you can't get a group, you don't want a group, stay tuned to my channel. I'll try to do some stuff with soloing, and it's not really that hard. Like this task, I'm sure that my alt Necro, who's a lot less powerful, could do this no problem. Really, you just need your Feign Death, Death Piece up at max, and Death's Effigy, that helps. And of course, your Instant Invis spell, Cloak of Shadows, you need that to do this Instant Invis, unless you have a pre-nerf Circlet of Shadows. So we'll search for this last book, try to find it. I'm sure it's around. Ah, there it is. It kind of blends in with that bench. Developers are trying to trick us. Okay. So now just cast Levant and get back to the zoning. start off right back at the zone-in area. So now this is the part of the task where we need to set the explosives, and you'll need to find the area on the map. I have them marked actually, where you'll need to set them off. This was the hardest part for me when I first did this, because I didn't know exactly what it meant. And currently there's like no write-up on Alakazams, so I had to figure this stuff all out for myself. Hopefully the resolution on my monitor is okay so you can actually see the area that I'm going to. It might be a little fuzzy looking on the map. So it's right around this area. Make sure you get the guy out of the way. And then you just right click on the explosives. And that's like a 10-second cast time, so be careful, there's another one there. But he shouldn't get in the way. The aggro range on these Psyducks is pretty small. So. Okay, the first one set. And make sure to watch your extended target window. Make sure you don't have aggro on any of these mobs. Like I still had aggro on the mob that I rooted away. So here's the second area. And this last area is the easiest. It's right up where you go into Scorched Woods. Right at the entrance, well, the real entrance to the stage. So I'll just set the last one down here. And the quest is over as soon as it explodes, so that's pretty much it. You don't get really any A's for doing this. I get maybe two every time I do this one. So you're not really doing this for the AA points. You're just doing it for the new currency. There's some kind of new currency where you can buy stuff. So if you want that currency and you're doing progression, you get 80 every time you do this one. So it's a quick 80 of the new currency. And kind of the Sathir trade gems. Sathir trade gems. So you'll get 80 of those every time you do this quest. And that's it. Necro Solo of On Behest of the King. Any questions or comments, just leave them below. And look forward to more videos in the future. Alright, thanks for watching.